Hey guys, what's up? It's Jules here for WhatCulture, joined by the after to my before, Simon Miller, who is now, thanks to this pay-per-view, the current WhatCulture champion.
Silver looks good on me, I've decided.
It's an exciting time for you, isn't it? Really?
I'm so pumped up.
Is this the epitome of your career so far?
Absolutely. I mean, the epitome was just coming on the stream and then it rose up again. So I hit 2 levels this evening. I'm having a great time.
But we have just come off the back of the Greatest Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and we need to ask ourselves, what went down? So, we're not going to go through it match by match because unfortunately no storylines were really further, but what we're going to do is to talk about our highlights and lowlights, almost like an ups and downs.
What's that?
I don't know, mate. So it sounds like a good series.
Exactly,
You should watch it.
yeah.
But we're just going to go through our favourite moments. So, what do you think about the Deleters of World claiming the Raw Tag Team belts?
I think that's good, right? I think it's good because the belts were vacant. I actually think the bar being on SmackDown was the right move, so I don't want to see him. It just screws up the superstar shake-up. Within the context of what we saw, a little bit lackluster, but I think we can say it for the whole show. It's more like a glorified house show than anything else. However, at least now we have Raw Tag Team Champions. I like that team a lot.
Yep.
Bray Wyatt feels more significant than he has done in ages, and if we can now put them into a good feud, maybe with some of the Authors of Pain, I don't know.
Yes,
I'm all right with that. So I think at least we planted a seed, and I love the planting of seeds.
I mean, speaking of tag teams, we've got to talk about the Bludgeon Brothers absolutely dominating. Well, I say actually absolutely dominating. They did get their ass handed to them for a little bit, but they did come back in full force.
It's the most I've seen. It's the most offense I've seen them take.
I was worried that Luke Harper's hair knot was going to come undone and we were going to get blinded by his balding.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being bald. You can't fight Mother Nature. You can fight anybody. You can't fight that. They have hammers, but they'll still lose. Exactly.
Yeah.
I again, right result. Bludgeon Brothers win. And it was a cool. Actually thought it was a fun match looking back on it. And I guess at some point they have to sell a little bit. So I don't think that's a problem. But again, I think at least with the Raw Tag Team match, we've got new champions, which I think is good. Whereas the SmackDown one, I mean, you can probably forget about it now. It's not going to make that much of a difference.
I mean, if we're talking about sort of fun matches, then the Cedric Alexander versus Kalisto, even though it was like, underrated on the card, I feel like it was actually very fun. Lots of flippy and that's always good. Sorry, Phil, I've sworn. You're going to have to bleep that. Let's enjoy that one.
I would have put that first. I would have switched Cena, Triple H and that. I think...
We're going to get to that lumbering dinosaur.
I think that you want... I don't mind. I'll talk about Cena Triple H in a minute, but I think when you start a pay-per-view like this, or a house show, whatever, you want that high-energy stuff.
Yeah.
And I just think putting those two after, I mean, regardless of what you feel about the match, 2 WWE legends, is a little bit unfair because you're going to peak the crowd and then you're going to bring him down. But it was a fun match. I did enjoy it. And I love Kalisto. I think he's underrated.
Because the thing that got the biggest pop of the night in the very early doors wasn't actually the matches. It was John Cena saying, "Thank you for letting us be here." So I totally agree with you. That should have opened the doors, and then it gone into 2 old men having a fight in a car park, and then it should have been the thank you afterwards. I know you love it. I know you're proper positive, but allow me to be negative.
Please do. No, this is your show, man. I just guessed it.
I thought that was a clunky, slow match, and I heard people say that was like Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan, and I think that those people, are they having a giraffe? Go on, you say it.
Yeah, okay. But the point is, they are still 2 huge stars.
True.
They are working on a show that's not... I'm not going to say it's not important. It was important. But now that it's done, we'll get to it obviously, but other than Braun winning the Greatest Royal Rumble, I think that was more just for a showcase. Oh, look, it's Triple H. Oh, look, it's John Cena. It doesn't relate to anything. John Cena's probably going to go away for ages now.
Yeah.
So
he's got Hollywood calling.
Why do anything risky, I guess, is kind of my thought process. Just do a classic sort of 80s kind of, big lumbering man match.
Yeah, it was fine. I won't say it was a terrible match, it was just fine. But you know what was fine? Was the ladder match. The Intercontinental. I really enjoyed that because we were talking about the ending and how it was kind of like out there that Seth Rollins just ran up, took the title and didn't knock Finn off, and it was just that. And we were like, that's probably the thing that's been the most different in this entire pay-per-view up to that point.
Yeah, I've never really seen that in a ladder match. Usually you have, who's going to get it? Oh, he's knocked him off. Oh, he's got it. And I thought it added a little something different. It kind of was a spark there. So, I wasn't expecting that. And, if nothing else, I just thought the match in general, it was nice to see Samoa Joe in there with those 3 as well. That added a different mix to it. And obviously he's going to SmackDown now, so we're not going to see that again for a while. I just thought it was a really, really fun match. I'm glad that Seth Rollins won because I think the IC title's a great fit for him right now.
Yeah, it suits him down to the ground.
It really does. I think it gives him an extra something. And it was just a really good fun, high spot, and they didn't do too much with the ladder. Again, I think for the Triple H Cena thing, we're not. This isn't, even though we pimped it out as this big thing. Really, it's not.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So it was all safe. It was all fun. I like the Miz. I like Finn Balor. I like Samoa Joe. I like Seth Rollins. Good, interesting finish.
Yeah, I mean, another match that was up in the air was the Jinder Mahal and Jeff Hardy. For the US title, Jeff Hardy retains on that. It was perfectly fine. It was serviceable. I think that was probably one of Jinder's best wrestled matches in a while.
I thought it was good.
Because Jeff Hardy's a great person to work with. He sets up things really well.
That's the second time he's got a good match out of Jinder Mahal.
We will talk about the botches, though, at some point.
Okay.
But let's go into the big boy. That is Braun Strowman absolutely dominating in the Greatest Royal Rumble match. That won you the belt. That did. And it was a really fun match. I would argue, and I know this might get a lot of hate, that was actually better than the Royal Rumble because it didn't need the storylines. As a fun piece of entertainment, that was more fun than the Royal Rumble.
That's it. Because you knew it wasn't canon, we'll put it for lack of a better term, you kind of thought, well, maybe Big E could win. I mean, I don't think so, but maybe they're going to do something silly with it.
I was all about Mike Kanellis when it came in.
That lasted long, didn't he? So you kind of thought that, but whereas, when you get to the actual proper Royal Rumble, 2 or 3 people are going to win, and it's probably that guy, because it fits the story, and also you're worried about how that affects Mania, whereas here it was like, anybody could win, and it's not really a problem. I think that made it more fun. I think you could argue maybe that 50 people, it went on a bit too long, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a real laugh.
I genuinely thought for a split second that Big Cass was going to win, and also that he was very hurt. Elevated suplex that
Bobby Lashley just dropped him. I mean, it was...
Don't do it when he's got a 7 foot tall man, and you're a 6 foot tall man. Don't add it into a...
Especially when you just come back from injury.
13 foot tall.
Especially when you just come back from injury as well.
Yeah,
it's just like... Bad. But he seems alright, I think. Obviously, Daniel Bryan pretty much went from 1 to 47 or something.
And he looked like he was battered.
He looked
His
like he
chest and neck and arms were ripped apart. It was like he'd been in a fight with Catwoman. It was outrageous, man.
Jericho was weird. Jericho was in for about 3 minutes. I mean, maybe he's just not... I mean, it's fun. They did everything with Kevin Owens. That was good.
Yeah.
I just thought... Look, there were some guys in there. What was his name? The sumo wrestler guy, Hiroki Sumai.
Yeah, Hiroki Sumi.
I mean, who was that?
What the hell? He was just in and out.
And we Googled him, and I couldn't find him. So I don't know this. But you know what? Maybe that means something more to that audience. Like, I don't know everything. So maybe it did all tie in. I just thought it was a really fun Raw. It's one of the funnest Royal Rumbles I've seen for a while. I
mean, the whole thing encapsulated, it is a fun pay-per-view. The whole thing has, and like you said, glorified house show. And that is in no way a bad thing.
No.
Because every match maybe didn't further a storyline or end a feud, but it definitely was fun and it showed wrestlers an ability to express a bit more creativity and a bit more of a relaxed style. However, there were lots of botches, possibly a bit too relaxed. We had Primo. Oh God, his first television spot in ages, and he missed the rope when he went down there. And then we had the Bobby Lashley botch. We had the Whisper in the Wind botch.
Oh, I forgot about that when he missed.
So Jeff Hardy did it, and then Jinder fell over 2 seconds after he was on the floor. I mean, there were a few things that I was just like.
You've got to mention the other one as well quickly.
Which was
Titus O'Neil.
Oh,
who tripped up and slid under the ring.
World Slide. Thank you, Adam Cleary, for that one. There, he's in the background nodding away.
I just want to say I feel sorry for Titus O'Neil. I'm the only person in the world. That's embarrassing. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to talk about sliding as well, then we have to talk about how Rusev and Aiden English were slid into that casket pretty goddamn easily, weren't they?
It was alright. I was worried that Rusev was going to get absolutely murdered. He wasn't. I think the match went about 8 minutes or something like that. Which
well,
is fine.
we timed it.
We did time it. As long as the entrance, which was good. He got some offense in. I don't think it's hurt him in any way. Actually, it looked quite good. It was fine. I mean, it was fine. It did what it had to do. Undertaker was there. It's good to see him twice in 3 weeks. We barely ever get to see him. So, again, just nice to have him on the show.
Yeah, no complaints here. And then if we're going to talk about no complaints, then move on to the Shinsuke Nakamura to AJ Styles.
Good.
I thought that was a better match than at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I did.
Hands down, I thought it was good because Shinsuke as a heel, rather than two faces going against each other, works so much.
You can tell a better story, right? Because you know there's the fine line between them, as opposed to two good guys going at it. Finish, double count out. AJ gets mad.
Disappointing.
It's a house show finish, isn't it? It's a house show finish. It's not meant to be. We're not meant to put any stock in it whatsoever.
It should have been though the double count out and then Shinsuke gets mad and carries on too far. That for me would have carried on the storyline with more heat, because this shows like AJ's like, really? I thought you were meant to be better than this.
That's true.
However, fine. That was a fine match. No title change there. And now we finish on the Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns match. What did you think of this? Sum it up in 3 words.
I am surprised.
Big man falls.
That will do.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine they'll split this under the rug as quickly as they can.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, Roman Reigns has tried to beat Brock Lesnar. And okay, so what happened is Roman Reigns spears Brock Lesnar. They go out the cage. Technically, Brock Lesnar wins because he hits the floor first.
Yes.
However, Roman Reigns has lost again. That's the bottom line.
I know.
And so why would he get another shot? Why? Well, I don't care he won by accident or lost by accident. It makes nothing to me.
I mean, it looks like they're palming him off to Samoa Joe, though, doesn't it? And this sort of. Oh wait, no, they're not.
They are for Backlash, but then what?
yeah.
And what happens to the Universal title? Great match, though. I actually thought it was a lot of fun. I thought Cage actually added something, but now we realise the Cage was just there to execute that finish. So.
I mean, we jokingly said that it was like playing the video games, but with all of the supers constantly on because it was
so many spears, Superman
but
punches.
It was enjoyable as a piece of entertainment. Again, really fun. Also enjoyed the super slow-mo, seeing all of the cable ties get flying in the way, right in the way of their precious shot that they spent ages setting up. I like it when things don't work entirely according to plan. Anyway, so all together, it was a very fun pay-per-view. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did.
Would you give it a
up?
Giraffe.
Oh, giraffe. All right, I thought you got confused there. I thought we were going with mine. I didn't know we were going with. It is your show, to be fair. It's not ups and downs, so I made a mistake.
That's a bit awkward now, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Might as well just close out the show. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Lovely seeing your face.
Do we?
No, that's a different video.
Sorry,
that's our videos.
Sorry.
We're not meant to remember to talk about it on this show. That's just when we were at home. He didn't say that.
Let us know what you think about it down in the comment section below. And as always, I've been Jules.
I've been Simon Miller.
You've been awesome, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.
So, thanks for watching. Please feel free to click on any of these things around my head, or something terrible might happen to the dog. Too sweet me, bro. Traitor. Traitor.